Singing workshop and McManus. It's a Saturday morning and I'm on my way to a workshop. My first, so I don't know what I'm letting myself in for. A persuasive friend assured me that I could only reap enormous benefits from the experience. It's a voice workshop to be run by, as the lavish advertising leaflet boasted, a renowned voice trainer from Scotland who claims to have trained several BBC announcers. She will teach us the mechanics of voice production, to reach into our very souls, explore its depths and ultimately take our voices into hitherto unknown realms. I expect to get full value for my €50. There are perhaps a dozen participants in the room when I arrive, mostly women. I see a few familiar faces. It seems we are waiting for the full complement of 20 to arrive. I look around wondering which of the women would be the instructor or facilitator as it's stated in the brochure. There are a few possibilities. The youngish hippie-looking one in the flowing garments and hoop earrings, the handsome blonde in the tailored suit, or maybe the granny type with the floral hat. It was none of these. At 10 minutes to 10, a redhead in a kilt, a grey tartan cloak, thick woolen tights and brogues, sweeps into the room with the assurance of one whose authority has never been challenged. She could be any age between 45 and 60, or even a well-preserved late 60s. She is accompanied by a frightened-looking male assistant clutching a clipboard. In a high voice, he calls out our names, while the instructor settles herself on the only chair in the room, over which she shrugs her cloak to reveal a tartan waistcoat over an orange jumper. Everyone is present except one. The redhead is clearly annoyed, but assures us we will start without the absentee. "My name is Miss Jean McKechnie," she announces in a strong Scottish accent. Are all Scotswomen, Jean? "You're here because you have a voice, or think you have. We'll soon find out if you're suffering from an illusion. At any rate, you'll leave this room this evening a wiser person, for which you'll be forever grateful. We'll start with an icebreaker." What on earth does that mean? Is this a drink of some sort? She invites us to stand in a circle. Out of a large handbag, she takes what appears to be some kind of cuddly toy, well worn. "This is Algernon," she announces. "I'll pass Algernon around, and when each of you hold him, I want you to introduce yourself to him. You'll find he's friendly. First names only, as surnames will only confuse things." Is she for real? Algernon turns out to be a black and once white dog. Feeling ridiculous, I do the exercise. The assistant scuttles about with paper and pens. Jean then asks us to write down as many of the participants' names as we can remember. I recall 8, 4 of whom I already know. The best was 10. "Anyone paying attention should get at least a dozen," Jean smugly informs us, proving that we did not give our full attention to what was being said. After that put down, we get a lecture, peppered with medical terms and complete with slides on how the voice is produced. This I had learned in Leaving Cert Biology. By now it is time for elevenses. Watery coffee, equally watery tea and plain biscuits, very plain. Miss McKechnie drank from a small flask. A shot of scotch maybe to help her deal with people she clearly sees as nitwits. "Now we'll get down to the real work," Jean announces. "You must learn to breathe properly, from your abdomens, making full use of your diaphragms." This involves several exercises while standing, several more while lying down, and the grand finale, blowing up balloons. We are chastised for failing to fully inflate our balloons. More strenuous exercises would correct this lack. Miss McKechnie prods each of us in the diaphragm until she gets the desired result. When she finishes, the assistant takes over, who proves to have viciously strong fingers. All this takes a considerable time. We then tackle the balloons again, with results that are not up to Miss McKechnie's expectations. So more breathing exercises follow with even more vicious prodding and poking. We then proceed to yoga, on which Miss McKechnie informs us she is one of the few experts in Scotland, England, Wales and Ireland north and south, having studied the real thing in India with the best teachers when she was a young woman and India was still part of the empire. Does she really expect our stiff Western bodies to become instantly supple? Yes, she does, for she is ruthless in her insistence that we must stretch further and further. I thought yoga was gentle, but not in the hands of Miss Jean McKechnie. Lunch is served, watery soup and stale rolls. Nothing good comes from a full stomach, she declares, sipping from her flask. Next, we are to find our souls. I wonder, has Jean found hers yet? First, we are to be silent for 30 minutes in the lotus position, or as near to that as we can get. We will expel all secular thoughts, allowing our souls space to breathe. After 10 minutes, my legs go into a spasm. I attempt to stretch them, but Jean is quickly disapprovingly at my side. I suffer on. We then come to the grand finale. We are to form a circle, a mystical circle. We lie on our backs, toes to head touching. After some time, we will notice an energy passing through us. This will release our inner energy, which has been trapped since we were born. We will become energized, driven. It does not happen for me, as the smell from the man's toes touching my head is unbearable. I must leave or else throw up. I make for the door as fast as I can, knowing Jean McKechnie's eagle eye has spotted me. As I run downstairs, I realise I haven't sung a note all day. I haven't found out whether I really have a voice or not. I feel cheated, but it would take more courage than I have to ask Miss Jean McKechnie for a refund.